So, Ipsha,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on the girlfriend effect?
I actually don't know what that is.
Ah, okay, I shall tell you. So, I've been seeing a lot of trends online
Okay.
of people showing pictures of their boyfriends prior
Mm-hmm.
to them dating and then like what they look like now. It's
Yes.
like, oh, I took this and I changed it into that, you know? And
Okay.
I'm not I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Right.
Yeah,
Is it
because
like okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
well, okay, because here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
You got with this person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should they be your project?
No. But I'm assuming that you're suggesting that this person, the girlfriend, came and made changes to the boyfriend. That's
Yeah,
why they look different. Okay.
they like look different, act different, and it's 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 one thing if they're open to it, right? Like if the guy is open to
Right.
that, like he's trying to grow and everything, you're helping your partner grow and change and all that. That's great. But the way I've seen it portrayed is like I took this and out of my graces, I've now changed it. This thing that I had and molded it into the perfect man. So then my question becomes, what happens when that
Hmm.
man leaves you?
You don't have a project anymore.
You put all that time, you changed them. Now they're on the market as this altered version. I don't know.
Um, I think there has to be a part or something like, hey, I want to like there could be room for change. Like I'm with someone. This is the dude's perspective. Like I'm with someone. They're
Hmm.
living this life like this, and I could do better. So the
Mm,
effort is coming from their end, but I do understand what you're saying, um that trend, because that is a more problematic side, being like a girl going into someone's life being like, I could change you,
I could
you're now
fix
my,
you.
yeah, I could fix you, I could change you.
Hmm.
And if the person on the other end receiving this is like, okay, I'm fine with that, I could do some change, that's great. But you're right, once they've made the changes, once they've seen like, hey, I could do so much better, because the girlfriend is not going to stop being like, oh, you could be better, I'm going to fix you. That
Hmm.
mentality is going to stay there unless they decide they're going to drop that. I've got to the point where I really like this person, they're my type, which is weird because like, why would you date someone if they weren't your type to begin with?
Exactly.
um so that's one problem. The other is like, once they leave, they're actually, or find like, this person is fixed, I don't like you anymore, now I need to go find someone else who requires fixing. That's the other thing that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
But in the less problem, or I guess the more normal sense, or not problematic a version of this, is like, the man themselves or the guy themselves realizes like, hey, I'm with someone, there's some things that I could change about me, and so they do it themselves. But I'm not sure, I've never seen this trend before, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe you can send me some videos, I'll take a look at it.
Okay, we'll do. No, that's a good point, though. Alrighty.
Yeah, let's do the intro. We tried to do a cold open to see if it works, but I guess we'll see how people receive it. But um you want to do the intro?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
your
yeah.
episode.
Uh, okay. Pull in energy.
Pulling
Hello,
energy.
all. Yeah, we can actually keep all of that in. Why not?
Yeah.
So welcome to Murder at the Round Table. My name is Raf, and I am joined today by my awesome co-host, Ipsha.
It's me.
Yes. So before we start off, our typical blurb. If you like what you're hearing today, you want to join the murder again to hear us discuss cases or sometimes just vibe, then please, please, please take a moment to like, subscribe, follow on whatever platform you're on.
Hmm.
So, Ipsa, tell me, have you ever heard of Belle Gunis? And also, have you ever heard of a Lonely Hearts Killer?
No. But I will say a lot of because I've been working in the office a lot lately, and I've run across of because you've mentioned you were going to do this case, so I've avoided listening to anything with the name Belle or Bella.
Hmm.
So no, I am very clean. I don't know anything, and I'm ready.
Nice. And what about the term Lonely Hearts Killer?
No.
Okay, so we'll start from there. So, a Lonely Hearts Killer, also known as a want ad killer, is a type of criminal who commits murder after establishing, contact with the victim
Hmm.
through personal or classified advertisements, right? So typically, like in newspapers, maybe dating apps. Um, so they either respond or they place some sort of ad or some sort of like, hey, I'm looking for the one kind of thing.
Hmm.
These killers, typically, they're motivated by robbery, fraud, sexual violence, or other
Hmm.
things. And while some murders are premeditated, others occur as an unintended consequence or as attempt to cover up other crimes. Sort of like if they kind of lure you in and then rob you, and they're just like, oh well, okay, we gotta kill you too.
Right.
Some Lonely Hearts killers are serial offenders who use this method consistently to target victims,
Hmm.
and I think that's kind of one of the saddest parts of this kind of a killer is, they'll prey on, just people who are out here looking for love, looking for connection, and
Right.
then make sure they're like the only person in your life,
Ugh.
the only connection you have left, and
Yeah.
then once they got all your stuff, it's like bye bye. You know.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I think I don't know if it's this case, but I've definitely like heard of cases such as this where an
Yeah.
ad was posted, and yeah, I think one of them was definitely an ad specifically towards like senior members. Um,
Oh man.
yeah, so yeah, that's yeah, was the target was senior folks. So yeah, I've definitely heard of scenarios such as this, and
Hmm.
yeah, it's very, very sad, very um like opportunistic. I think the term
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of them. Um, I didn't know that it was actually like it's so common that there's a name for it. Was one thing. The name is what I mentioned. That Lonely Hearts Killer. That's the name for someone who does something like this kind of a killer.
because I've heard it as a different name too, which is
Oh,
how
okay.
I know about like these cases. But yeah, maybe it'll come up and or it'll come to my head. But yeah, continue.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Um, so it's honestly because of people like this that I question using dating apps. And I feel very critical now.
But you
If
use dating apps like a lot.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, not that. Okay, maybe, but I take breaks. I take
Yeah,
breaks. I'm always careful. I'm mostly careful, but I think after searching up Belle here, I might be even more so. Um, Speaking of which,
you just need to
uh,
post on your profile. I got nothing to give.
I have nothing to. I have nothing
So
to give, so if you are Belle Gunes, please ignore me.
yeah, or like if you have intentions of stealing my stuff, I got debt. So if you want that, go for it. If you don't, stay away.
Actually, that would be a pretty good Tinder profile.
Bio,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I have debt and nothing else. So if you wanna steal from me, there it is.
There
Please
it
take that.
is.
I'll offer that up to you.
No
Um,
house, nothing, money, no, nothing.
yeah. Okay, so it's good to know that you're coming in blind then on Belle. So let's get into it then. So
Yeah.
Belle Gunness, so she's known by many names, including Hell's Princess and Indiana's Black Widow. She's one of America's most prolific serial killers, and one very much unknown at the same time, but
Hmm.
honestly should be. Her story should be out there. Um, so today we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna cover events between 1859 and 1905, and then the second portion of me doing this will be covering like 1905 to 1908.
Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna quickly. Yeah, and you can go ahead. I'm just getting a notebook ready.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. So for the period that we're discussing today, we're going to talk about like her early life, marriages, and all of that, kind of what led to her, sorry, to the Lonely Hearts era of her
Hmm.
life.
Sure.
And then the second part of this session, I guess the second video will be specifically on that, on the discoveries, on the trial, and on her potentially grand escape.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, trigger warning today, violence, murder, poisoning. Yeah, pretty standard, nothing crazy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty normal at the table here.
I feel like I should get that looked at. I should not say that and just be like, "Oh yeah, that's so chill," you know? It's But anyways, okay, so let's get in here. So we start off with November 11th, 1859. So we find born, brought onto this earth, a Brynhild's Data Storseth in Selbu, Norway. So Brynhild is Belle.
Okay.
So she is the youngest of eight children. We flash forward to when she was 14 in 1874. So by now, she's been confirmed at the Church of Norway, and she began working on neighboring farms, milking, herding cattle to save up for emigration, even from an early age. Very industrious, very like hustle energy.
Hmm.
In 1877, we have an unverified account. So this was featured in a 2006 documentary about her by Anne Barrett Vestby. But the account claims that Belle, well, okay, I'll call her moving forward as Belle, because that's
Hmm.
how she's just known as.
Yeah.
But it claims that Belle, then a pregnant teenager, was kicked in the abdomen by
Oh.
at a country dance by a wealthy man, causing a miscarriage.
Ouch.
Uh, Additionally, there was one article I was reading that indicated this may have even been the baby's father.
Oh.
Yeah. He he was never prosecuted and reportedly died soon
Hmm.
after from stomach cancer. Um, those who knew Belle said that her personality had changed significantly after that incident. Um,
Yeah.
so if this incident was, if this was true, this happened, that is extremely traumatic and
Of course.
100% does contribute to kind of who she becomes in the future. Like I can
Right.
see that being like a core memory, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Um, a year later in 1878, Belle took a job on a wealthy farm and worked there for about 3 years to continue saving up money for her journey to the States.
Yeah.
And then in 1881, Now she's 21 years old. She manages to emigrate to New York via Castle Garden, where
Hmm.
she changed her name to Belle, and from there moved to Chicago to live with her sister Nellie. So while in Chicago, she started off working as like a domestic servant, then working at a butcher shop, and kind of developed a reputation for having like an unusual strength and physical size.
Right.
But overall, up until this point, as we kind of look at her early life, it's mostly just filled with like hard work, very singular ambition to hustle, to make that money, make it to
Hmm.
America, and sprinkle of trauma. And it is at this point that we enter her first marriage.
Ooh.
So in 1884, so by this point she has met the man Mads Sorensen. I was trying to look to see if I could find a story of like how they met or anything like that, but there's not really much. It kind of says like, boom, now she's married.
Hmm.
So yeah, so they met about this time, and so she marries this guy Mads, who's a fellow Norwegian immigrant.
Okay.
Uh, the couple opened up a candy store, which is not very successful,
Hmm.
and it very quickly burns down under suspicious circumstances,
I wonder.
and they collect the insurance money from that.
Hmm.
Funny enough, their home also catches fire somehow, again resulting in another payout. So I guess insurance claims back then were a lot faster to process.
Well, yeah, and that kind of makes sense because the population wasn't as big. Um,
Yeah.
and I guess I'm not gonna say like there was like a lot less to deal with, but I'm sure there was a lot to deal with, but not as much as people are dealing with or companies are dealing with now. And there's so many like rules, bylaws, policies,
A lot of
laws.
red tape now.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of things to like being like, oh, red herrings or whatever. Which I assume back then there was not a lot of that. It's like,
Mm.
oh, your house burnt down? Well, here's some money.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe not, but who
And
knows?
now there's a lot of red tape to kind of make sure that the reasons are there and the insurance
Yeah.
company does not necessarily have to pay for you. Um, but that's a whole separate discussion, and I'm just gonna leave that. Anyways, so around the same time, since they were unable to have biological children, they fostered children.
Right.
Well, fostered some and adopted another. So this included two children. One, well, in total, it was about 4 or 5 children, but two notable ones I'll mention right now is Caroline and Alex. So
Caroline
Caroline,
and Caroline and Alice.
Alex,
Alex. Okay.
yeah. So Caroline, who died in 1896 under Belle's care, the cause was listed as um, colitis, though possibly could have been poison, since Belle had taken out a life insurance on her.
Oh,
So all of a sudden, we are now on killing kids.
yeah.
Just
Uh,
boom, straight to it. But
question.
yeah,
Sorry. What's colitis?
ah, that's what I was actually going to mention.
Okay.
So yeah, for reference, colitis. So it's a swelling or inflammation of the large intestine.
Okay.
Um,
Yes.
it can be acute, it can be self-limited, or it can be long-term. But there is such a thing as chemical colitis, which is caused by ingested toxic substances.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
so it
would make
is
sense.
something you can cause in someone, but at the same time, it kind of looks like, oh, they developed this.
Yeah.
So Caroline died from it. Alex, another one of the children, died in 1898, so 2 years later, also from colitis. He was also insured. So their neighbors started getting suspicious from the deaths.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mads, the love of her life,
Mm-hmm.
this man who has said live with her till the end of the days. Actually, I don't really know what their relationship was like. There's not much that covers that I could find. But he had a life insurance policy out, which Belle said was too small. So he took out a second larger one for himself. And then on July 30th, 1900,
Mm-hmm.
guess where we find Mads?
Dead.
Died of a cerebral hemorrhage. And funny enough, on the only day his two life insurance policies overlapped.
Oh
So
my god.
since he took out the second one, the first one was going to expire, and
Mm-hmm.
the second one was taking effect. Literally on the day that the second one took effect and the last one was still um, active is when
Mm-hmm.
he died.
Oh my god. Perfect timing.
Exactly. So Bell claimed he had a headache, that she gave him quinine.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, quinine is, yeah, let's try to look at it. It's like a powder
Mm-hmm.
that you can take for killing like a parasite or prevent it from growing. So I'm not sure why specifically that one.
I've
Though
heard of this
sometimes it's
before.
used for malaria.
I've definitely heard of this before. I'm wondering, um, do you remember in the Jorgensen episode in Nohani,
Yeah.
there was a man who came into Jorgensen's cabin and ate like a piece of meat.
Hmm.
I think it's. Can you send me the spelling? Because I've heard of this before.
Oh, yeah,
And he
yeah.
died as well because it was like a poison. It was a type of thing that it's supposed to keep it like the meat's
It's a
supposed.
to stop like parasites from
Yeah.
growing.
I
Yeah,
don't know
here,
if
I'll
it's
send you the
that one,
spelling.
but I've heard of this before, definitely. I could be wrong. Just send me the spelling and then I'll look into it.
Okay. Yeah, just sent it to you on chat.
It might not be
Um,
today, but
oh yeah, yeah, that's true, that's fair.
we'll do a
So
follow
yeah.
up episode.
Well, actually, that could be included in the second part of this too.
Oh, yes, true, true. We're
Yeah,
doing
because
two
I'm only
parts.
going through the first part. Yeah. Yeah. So he died from that. She says he had a headache. She gave him some quinine. He died shortly after. She collected. Um, so over. So the two articles agree on $5,000, but I saw
That's a
another
lot.
one that mentioned 8,000 from
Okay.
both policies. So the grand total. So with this money, with the fact that the neighbors were being all suspicious of what was happening on this farm and all that, um, she went and purchased a pig farm in La Porte, Indiana, and she moved
Oh,
there with the remaining children,
I don't
Jenny,
like this.
Myrtle, and Lucy. So those were the three remaining kids.
If I know anything about pig farms,
What? No, no, no.
or
You're,
Robert
you're
Pick did.
nah, you're overthinking this. You're
Okay.
overthinking
Okay.
this. Yeah. Either that or I'm just gaslighting you. Anyways,
I
so
think you are.
so Mads is dead and gone. She's moved to Indiana. So a year later, we have November 1901 is when they actually do the move, right?
Hmm.
So they're there. Jenny, Myrtle, and Lucy, they're all there. Now, a year later,
Hmm.
she meets a man's.
Hmm.
She marries the man's.
How much is the life
Here's
insurance policy?
uh, good question. Um, so this guy, his name is Peter Gunas. So now this is where we get the last name. Belle
Mm.
Gunas was from marriage with this guy. So he was a widower and he was coming in with two daughters.
Oh, $2. Okay.
Immediately after they got married, within a week, one of Peter's daughters died while in Belle's care.
Colitis?
It doesn't say specifically, but they were an infant. So
Oh.
honestly, yeah. Um, and they
So
were also
this
insured.
sorry, this matter. This
Hmm.
man, Peter, he must have been widowed quite recently if the child was an infant.
Was an infant, yeah, that was coming
Okay.
in with, yeah. Yep. So, yep, died within there, and then literally the end of that year,
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling he probably picked up on what was going on,
Mm-hmm.
because it's also kind of traumatic too. You know, you have an infant daughter, you just got married, and then within a week, that child dies.
Yeah.
You know,
And
so
yeah, and
and
infants are probably like, yeah, it's traumatic, it's suspicious, and like I was gonna say, infants are probably easier to, trigger warning off than an older child.
of all the words to choose,
All
she
the first
chooses off.
off.
Oh my goodness, like it's an assassin or something. Put out a hit. Oh gosh, okay. Um, yeah, so
That
December of
was the
that
only
same
word I
year.
could think of. Yeah,
Oh
December
my
of
god.
same year.
December of the same year. Um, Peter dies. It's a very short marriage. He dies after allegedly being hit by a falling meat grinder.
Right.
Yeah, that's the story anyways, Belle told people. And Belle managed to collect another $3,000 in insurance. The coroner, though, at this time was suspicious because they saw like the skull injury and being told that it was a meat grinder. He wasn't really following it, but Belle was not charged.
Okay.
Yeah. Around this time, so just after Peter's death,
Hmm.
Jenny, one of the children, reportedly told a schoolmate that Belle had killed Peter. Can you imagine being outed by your own kid? This.
So, what happened to Peter's other daughter, or is this Jenny?
Peter's other daughter, I don't know. Because he did come in with two of them.
Two.
And then the infant died, but the second daughter. Oh, sorry, no, the second was Philip.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was
Wait, second
still.
daughter's name was
So
Philip.
sorry, no, not daughter. The second child was a
Oh,
son,
okay.
and that son, their names was Philip. Yeah.
Okay. And what
So
happened to Philip after his father passed away? Did
he's
Bella
still
still?
around.
Okay, Bella kept him around. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, wait. You're right. I need to go back and check this again because I did mention earlier that he was a widower with two daughters, but that was incorrect.
Was the name Philippa?
No. It was Philip. It was Philip.
Okay, so two
Um,
kids.
yeah, two kids. Came in with two kids, one girl, one boy,
Hmm.
and then the girl was an infant. But yeah. But yes, as of right now, he's okay.
Okay.
But there's a bit of a question mark with Philip that I'll explain in the second part. So yeah, so around this time, Jenny, told the schoolmate about Belle killing that, saying that Belle killed Peter. And shortly afterwards, Belle claimed Jenny had been sent to a finishing school in California.
A what? Jenny
Exactly.
told someone Belle went to a
So
finishing school.
yeah, Belle was telling people that she went to a finishing school,
Sorry, no,
and your reaction is exactly the reaction I had. Like, what
but
the heck is a finishing school?
no. I'm confused.
Uh,
Who told
uh,
who? So Belle told Jenny went to a finishing school, or
no,
Jenny told
no.
someone Belle went to a finishing school?
So Jenny told a schoolmate that
Yeah.
Belle killed Peter.
Right.
After that, Belle
Yeah.
claimed, just in general to everybody, that Jenny had been sent to a finishing school.
Okay. Okay. So that's what I was confused, and that's what my reaction was for because I was confused. Who said what?
Yeah.
But yes, what is a finishing school?
It's the type of school that focuses on teaching the social graces,
Hmm.
etiquette, cultural customs, usually to young women, kind of prepares
Why is
them
it
for
called finishing
entry
school?
into high class society.
But why is
Most
it
of that
called
definition I just pulled from Google, but like I don't know, like you finish baking you into a high society person.
Listen, none of those words should be in that sentence. Baking you, finishing. Yeah, this sounds like something else.
Yeah, I don't know why it's called that specifically. Oh yeah, hold up. It's because they aim to finish or complete a young woman's education. So it's
High school?
completing, huh?
It's like high school?
Ye No, no. Imagine if you had a class specifically for how to act properly in society. So that was supposed to be like the completion of education, of what you need to know as a young woman entering society. So there's all of the stuff that you normally learn at school, but then there's also this too, and that would complete everything.
Okay. It just
Yeah.
gives you what life was like and society's expectation of that time.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Early 1900s, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
still early 1900s. And interestingly, it's a perfect excuse because, nobody sees Jenny anymore.
Right.
And, Jenny had just said that crazy thing to her schoolmate.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, she's been sent to learn how to act properly around people.
Like not snitch on your mom.
Yeah. But Jenny's remains were later found buried on the farm, so yeah, there was no finishing school.
Hmm. Too bad.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
When you say found later, like how much later? Like was there like
so
investigation or was this like after when things came out? Uh
this was during things coming out.
okay, that
Um,
makes sense.
yeah, there was one moment specifically where many bodies or many
Hmm.
remains were found on the farm, and
Hmm.
it was at this period that, for example, Jenny's remains were found.
Okay. And
Yeah,
Jenny was like a foster kid or an adopted kid.
Jenny was a foster kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poor child.
Yeah. Oh, geez. So now she has been widowed twice. She has some kids. She has this big, big farm. Nobody there. no love. So what's a girl to do? In 1905, we find Belle placing personal ads, specifically in Norwegian like newspapers,
Hmm.
and the ads were inviting well-off men to visit her farm with the promise of marriage and partnership, and it was pretty good land too. So the ad text specifically read
Hmm.
as comely widow
Oh,
desires to make the acquaintance of a gentleman equally well provided. Triflers need not apply. But
all
what
right.
happened to the men who accepted this invitation? We'll find out in part two.
Oh, are we going straight to part two?
No, no, no. That's just the end of that.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say they joined Jenny probably.
Join Jenny probably. Oh, you know, I wonder if you're a psychic.
Oh, I couldn't be. Bit of an
But
oracle, but
yeah, when I started reading up on this story, I thought it was going to be like a slow build of crimes before we got to murder. Um, but no, no, we got to murder very quickly and with children very, very quickly.
I think I have a reason for it, but I think I'll wait till the end to share it.
Oh, okay. No, no, you can share it now
Well,
because like part two moving forward now is going to be me talking about like the men responded, how they died, well, some of them died anyways,
mhm,
um, and kind of how everything was unraveled, how people figured it out, and all that.
right. So obviously, unverified account, but she did lose a baby. And I'm sure like there was no insurance on that baby, but she must have got some sort of like sympathy or maybe help. So I think deep down in there, she knew that if something happens to children or like a loved one, she can get some sort of um something out of it.
Compensation.
Yeah, compensation out of it.
Mm,
I think I don't want to speculate because that is very traumatic and obviously that is not something someone thinks of right off the bat considering she was super young. But
yeah.
to say think that like to go right into murder and killing children and how easy it was, there might have been something deep inside um that she knew that this was going to work, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, from when she was 17. And there wasn't anything that mentions her being paid off.
I don't mean like she was paid off. I just mean like
Hmm.
there might have been like some community support that wasn't like official on papers like insurance would have, but you know, and I don't want to say under the table because it's not. Because if I want to help someone, I would be like, here's $20 or something like that. Get yourself a coffee, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I see what
Yeah.
you mean. Okay.
But that could be just speculation. But there had to be something that led her to know that like this is going to work.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You do know.
What?
You do know.
Nah, I don't know anything. Oh, there was one thing I missed to mention earlier.
Hmm.
Um, but that does work. Now works as well. Personally, I think this is speculation, and it's like pretty much speculation on speculation, which is why I
Hmm.
don't have it necessarily included as like a main point. But the guy who beat her up, um,
Yeah.
when she was 17. So it says so he died from stomach cancer, and that was
Mm-hmm.
about a month later, give or take, right?
Okay.
Uh, one person had hypothesized that this could have actually been her first murder, and that it was poison, and because the medical care was so bad back then,
Right.
that could have been missed, that this is what it was. But again, this is like speculation on top of speculation of whether or not the story actually happened.
Right, like but the fiance boyfriend, the man dying from stomach cancer, like that's speculation as well
No, no, no. Him dying from that.
because
No, no.
she
The
poisoned.
speculation part is, yeah, because of her poisoning him.
Oh, okay.
That's like pulling at straws. It's possible.
It's possible, but I'm
And
wondering, like,
honestly, I could definitely see it after what he did.
oh, 100%. If not her, somebody close to her for sure.
Yeah.
Um, because stomach cancer, believe it or not, is quite new to me. Like, I didn't know this is a type of cancer. So I'm wondering back then how common stomach cancer was, or the diagnosis of,
Hmm.
or if there was like a different name for it.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I learned about stomach cancer like in within the last month actually, because someone um content creator, he has stomach cancer, so I was like, oh, I actually didn't know this was a thing. So I just
Hmm.
recently learned about it, so I'm wondering if it is a common diagnosis back then.
Oh, okay, makes sense. I can take a look. I can bring that up next time.
Okay, sure, thanks.
Yep. So for now, thank you everybody for unless there was anything else.
No, that was about it.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for listening to all of this preamble setup, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. And yeah, join us next time when we dive into the Lonely Hearts era of Balgunis
Yeah.
and a an exposing fire,
Oof.
discovery of great proportions,
Great proportions, yes.
and the potential magical disappearance of our leading lady.
Wait, was she like always like left like missing, like she was never found again?
I don't
That's
know if I don't know.
don't make me Google it. Just kidding. I'll wait.
Hey,
I'll wait.
hey,
I'll
whoa, 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 whoa,
wait.
whoa, whoa, whoa. But yeah, all right.
What's
Okay,
that?
I've drawn this out long enough. Okay, thank you. Bye. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.